What's up, everybody? PGA Director of Instruction Dan McCracken coming to you from 5 Iron Golf. And in today's episode, we're talking about power, how to hit that golf ball farther. Okay, so distance. Everyone loves hitting the ball far, but most people don't stop and think about just how much it can help lower your scores. The deeper you can take that ball off the tee, the closer you'll be to the green and the less club you'll need to hit to get there. The less club you're holding in your hands, the tighter you can hit that ball to the hole. And proximity to the hole is everything in terms of making those putts. If you look at the data on tour or amongst amateur golfers, every foot you get closer to the hole, you're increasing your likelihood of dropping that putt. You're going to lower your score on the hole and lower your scores for the round. So deep balls make a big difference. They're not just fun to watch. Okay, so let's get to our first step of blasting the ball. And in my opinion, that would be rotation. We have to turn our body to generate solid strikes and powerful golf shots. It's going to happen in the backswing, it's going to happen in the downswing, and we're going to be able to rely on that to hit solid shots all the time, hopefully. So let's get into it. I'm going to get into my golf setup here, and I'm going to take my club, put it across my shoulders with the club face pointing out on my trail side here. So I'm in my golf setup. Let's start rotating back. Rotation should happen from the ground up, so I'm going to have a little bit of pressure shift to my right side. That'll let my legs and hips turn back, which will cause my shoulders to turn back as well. A deep turn at the top of my backswing means my back faces the target, my lead or left shoulder is underneath my chin, and I have a lot of weight loaded up on my trail side here. We're loaded up in the way back so we can use all that power on the way down. To use that power efficiently, we have to use the body, not the arms. So we're going to rotate that body from the ground up back to the target, pressure shift back forward, legs and hips will turn, which let my shoulders turn, and when I get to impact, club face hopefully facing the target, I have my hips and chest facing the target, not the golf ball, okay? So we're fully turning back so we can fully turn through and hopefully use the power we're building efficiently. As much as I love rotation to be everything in the swing, we also have to consider a couple other things. Step 2 would be extension. Okay, so we're turning our body, we're creating that nice full rotation we talked about in step 1. Now let's use that rotation and build even more speed. Okay, so let's figure out what our arms are doing. With arms, we're talking extension. That's the number one thing I want to focus on top of rotation, especially when I'm starting to think about the arms, kind of isolated. So, same deal as rotation. We're going to be putting a good amount of extension in both my backswing and my through swing. So it's staying consistent to both. Okay? When I'm thinking extension, the easiest way to think about it would be as I'm working back, I need a nice long lead arm for the purpose of keeping this shaft as far away from my spine as I can get it. Okay? So I'm going to be turning back. That left arm's going to stay nice and long, and we're going to keep that space all the way into the top of my backswing. All right? All that space is going to create more leverage and more speed into impact, hopefully. Okay? So we're going to get up top. We have all that space, nice long lead arm. We're going to use our body rotation to work back towards the ball. Okay? If we start activating our arms too soon, what normally happens is it washes back down and you lose all that extension or space from the club to your body. Okay? So we're up top. We are rotating down to maintain this extension, and then we're going to really try and feel that extension as deep as possible on the way through. Okay? So my arms are nice and extended into a straight line with my shaft that hopefully points to the target. Once I get to that position, we're free to just let those arms roll over in a nice full release kind of over my shoulder like you're used to seeing, okay? So lots of deep extension on the way back, lots of extension with that rotation on the way down and through, and in general, just trying to keep that club as far away from our body as we can. The further you have it, the more power you can create, okay? So rotation and extension will get us into a good spot, but let's focus on the last kind of secret sauce to get us really pounding these shots, and that would be separation. Okay, so we're rotating, we're extending, and we're developing a lot of good speed through our swing. But to max that speed out and hit the ball as hard as you can, what we need is separation. Separation is something that every bomber has in spades, and it's the relation of my shoulders and hips and how they're turning compared to one another, right? So as I get into my shot, we're going to be turning from the ground up, so I'm going to shift some pressure in my feet. My legs and hips will turn, as will my shoulders, as far as they comfortably can. A flexible golfer should be able to get to around 45 degrees of hip rotation and about 90 degrees of shoulder rotation. That difference right there would be separation. That's 45 degrees of separation between my hips and shoulders. That's building speed. But to bring that speed to the golf ball and not lose it too early, we need to either maintain or even grow that separation back into the impact or golf shot, right? So that comes from leading with my pressure shift of my feet and an aggressive hip turn. If you're making sure that your hip turn is leading the way in the downswing, your shoulders just will not be able to catch up, and that's a good thing for speed, right? So I'm getting in there. I'm gonna let my hips turn back and my shoulders back past that, and then we're gonna lead the way with the lower body on the way back down. Let it happen from the ground up. Make sure the hips are leading the way both back and through, and you're gonna have some great separation and club speed. All right, everyone, so in today's episode, we talked about power, how to hit the ball as far as we can. The 3 steps we covered would be rotation, extension, and separation. If we can focus on all of them and do them properly, there's no question you're gonna up your club speed, your ball speed, and your overall distance. Hitting the ball deeper is gonna let you put some short irons and wedges in your hand, hopefully hit that ball closer to the hole, and give yourself some birdie looks. So go out there and bomb it, have yourself some fun, and I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that lesson. For more tips just like that one, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're interested in booking an in-person golf lesson with me or one of our other awesome teaching pros, click the link below and we'll get you all set up here at 5 Iron.